Don Carpenter on News Talk 1270 KIML. Call Don right now, 682-1270.
News Talk 1270 KIML. I think I just played this bumper music. Yeah, well, it's all right. Don Carpenter Show. Welcome back to the program. It's 8:35, and I'm joined in studio. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. Actually, we have Beefcake and Tick Tick Boom from the Roust About It Betties in studio. You have a bout coming up tomorrow night, and it's probably been at least 6 months since I've seen you two. I know it's been a couple months since we've had anybody from the team in, but welcome back.
Thank you.
And you have a bout tomorrow, and let me make sure I get the Red Whipped and Bruised bout tomorrow night over at Rockpile Ice Arena, and we'll talk about that in a second. But just had the Wyoming Roller Derby Cup. It was the very first annual Wyoming Roller Derby Cup. It was, I believe, the weekend of June 28th. So it was, 3 weekends ago, and was down in Laramie. And you guys did really well. I mean, I'll just say that right off the bat. You came in fourth place, but the other three teams are all nationally. They're full Derby Association teams. So. How was the event?
As far as I know, everything went off really well. They put together the Wyoming Roller Derby Association when they decided to put on the cup. So they ran everything, and it was just a compilation between all 9 teams, and they had committees, and they pulled it off really, really well. The event went off without a hitch. There were 9 teams playing. The Betties played 2 games the first day, 4 hours apart, 2 games the second day, 5 hours apart. And, by the time they got into that third and fourth place game, they were pretty bruised and beaten. And, so was everybody else. But they did really good. That third place match was probably, it was the closest point gap in the entire cup. So it was only 12 points.
So, and it was, it was against a team that I think either the next day or a couple days after was, made a full apprentice team. So.
Yeah. Oh no, they got their charter. They've been in their apprenticeship for Wyoming. Yeah, Flat Track Association. They actually got their professional, for lack of a better term. I mean, their charter. They're a professional team now. So the Capitals and Assault Creek, who we played, they're professional. So,
which is just it's just insane that you guys did so well. I mean, you represented Gillette really well, and I just can't imagine. I mean, some of these games were at 7:00 in the morning, and it was. I can't even imagine doing 4 bouts. It would be tough to announce 4 bouts.
Oh yeah,
it's hard enough just trying to play 1 bout at night. Just because there's so many action that's going on. There's so many things you're doing with all the muscles in your body. So to do 2 or 3 bouts a day, that's got to be kind of crazy. I didn't have the opportunity to do it, but from experience, I can imagine how tough that was and how accomplishing it was to know that, we made it to 4th place.
Oh, yeah. Right. And there are some really good teams in this state, too. So
there really are. And I know that they worked their backsides off. I mean, they did great. They played, their first game was against Heart Mountain, which is a newer team, and they had never even really played a real sanctioned game before, and that was their first game out the door, was playing against us. And so it was a pretty big point gap. They won by a lot, and then they went and played Assault Creek, and the point gap wasn't as close as the next day. I know the next day, after they got done with that game, I got a call from Twinkle Toes, and she's just in tears. It's so bittersweet, and we're so happy because, they had the crowd on their feet and everybody pulling for them. And, it was literally came down to one last power jam that we had a jammer in the box, and they lost it to a power jam, and it was just the way it happened. And I know that they really did. They worked very, very hard, and they made everybody here proud. So.
Oh yeah, well, and hopefully next year it'll be a little bit closer, so I can make it down next year, because I would have loved to have seen it. So
well, they were looking for announcers too. They really were. Everybody that does roller derby is a volunteer, it's hard to get people to come in and spend a whole weekend of their time without pay, to just help us out, and so.
Well, and I actually saw the thing that they were looking for announcers, but I didn't see it until that Monday, because for some reason I wasn't on the Derby Cup's Facebook page, so I didn't see it until that Monday. But hopefully next year I'll get a chance to get down and check it out. So why don't we talk about tomorrow's bout now? Enough of the past.
Yeah.
Enough of the past. We'll talk about tomorrow's bout. So the Red Whipped and Bruised bout over at Rockpile Ice Arena. I assume doors open at 6 as usual?
No, 5.
5.
And it
starts
at 6.
Okay.
So they're playing the Boulder County Bombshells B team, and they're another professional team. So I know they're ranked, I think, like 127th in the nation, considering there's a couple thousand leagues. That's pretty high up there.
Yeah.
So they're doing really good this year. We're doing pretty all right ourselves this year, so pretty stoked to give them a run for their money.
Well, and the larger teams, of course, have a travel team, and that's I guess that's who you'll be playing. And one thing I've noticed is that there are a lot of a lot of great teams. Now, what part of Colorado? I guess they're from Boulder then.
Boulder County, yeah.
So I'm not familiar with the county names, but there are a lot of great teams in Colorado. Highly, I know Rocky Mountain's ranked like 5th or something like that in the nation.
Yes, and that's who everybody is in our area. A lot of them go straight to Rocky Mountain to try to get their sponsorships for their WFDA, because you have to have a WFDA team sponsor you in order to turn professional. That's who sponsored Assault Creek. So there's the Denver Roller Dolls. There's Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain is currently up in the top 5
something like that
of the nation right now. There's incredible teams down there. So when you have these little smaller teams like Boulder County and Arc City and all them, they're learning from these top professional teams. So when they come to play us, we learn a great deal from them. Just so much that we learn from them, because it just goes on down the chain. They learn from Rocky Mountain, we learn from them. We've got 2 girls that go skate in Denver quite a bit because they're on the professional team in Cheyenne. So, so let's talk about that for a second. You're going to be 2 skaters down because you have a couple skaters that are now. Are they full members of Cheyenne, or are they just on loan? Well, this what it is Cheyenne has a charter team, and it's a professional travel team that they are. They're totally professional team, but they have an open roster, so anybody from Wyoming can go try out for this team. Well, Miss Malice in Wonderland and Nasty Vixen made the team, and they made the team last month. I want to say last month or the month before, they went for tryouts. They made the team, and they were like, "Oh, awesome! It'll be fun." And they figured, we're going to be alternates or whatever. No, first game out the gate, they got rostered. Stacy's jamming, and they're going.
Well, it's good though. So for them to go down there, that's pretty much a big honor for our team, because it gets our name out there. And Chrissy, Malice in Wonderland, she's really good at jamming, and so is Stacy. She's quick on her feet. She's this itty bitty thing. Both of them are. So when they get through the pack,
they're your speedsters.
They are.
They're your speedsters. So I imagine you're gonna have to change the strategy up tomorrow a little bit.
Well, obviously it's never fun to be down 2 skaters, but the way that the Betties have been training this year, they've been very committed. They're up to 3-week practices. They're, going. They keep going and getting better and learning. And, Chrissy and Stacy are going down to Cheyenne. They're learning all this stuff, and they're bringing it back to us.
Yep.
So we're able to pick up on stuff that they've been learning. And, we still have a lot of our anchors, though. We still have Mickey Marauder's still skating, Twinkle Toes will still be there, a lot of our anchor skaters, and these newer girls are coming along just swimmingly. We've got a new jammer, Jody. She's amazing, and she's coming along leaps and bounds with every game. I mean, she jammed against Salt Creek and held it together. So I mean, they're just coming along one by one, and they're all developing into great skaters.
Well,
so.
We wouldn't have gotten where we are today without our coaches, Mama and Sharkbait. They're a really big influence to our team. They make us who we are. They help create us as a team. They help us keep it together, and they're the ones that help us build into what we are right now.
Oh yeah. Well, and I mean, just everybody puts in so much work to this, and so. Why don't we talk a little bit about the bout tomorrow then? Of course, it looks like I finally found the page. All the proceeds go towards Cade's quest?
Yes, Cade. Cutest little kid ever. I actually live in the same apartment complex with them. And Kayla, his mother, and Cade, and they've got another brother named Kyvan, and Cade is very, very sick. He's got a liver disease, and they were doing traditional medicine for a while, and it wasn't working, and he was very, very, very sick. And so Mom made the executive decision to send him to a holistic doctor, and in that time, he has just been doing amazing. I mean, he's got color, he's putting on weight, he's actually broke 20 pounds now, and he's just doing so much better. He started walking. They've been able to add foods to his diet. But the problem is holistic doctors cost an incredible amount of money. And because, medical insurances don't like to cover them. And, realistically, after seeing him on, traditional medicine and seeing how sick he was, and he needed a liver transplant, like, right now. And he wasn't getting it. He wasn't going to get it. And so ever since she's changed his treatment, and he's just been coming leaps and bounds, we really, really want to help her out because she's just a great lady, and these kids are so adorable. And Kyvan, his older brother, is just being such a trooper about everything. He's got to go to the doctors with him and got to go to Denver and make the long car trips and do all this stuff. And, anything we can do to help them is going to be great. So any money that we raise tomorrow is just going to go straight to help offset medical bills or travel costs to the doctors or whatever it is that they need. So
well, and that really is the cool thing about what you guys do, because all the bouts are always for some kind of cause, and it's always just such a great cause.
Yeah.
So again, we're almost out of time here, but doors open over at Rockpile, right off 4J. Doors open at 5. The bout starts at 6, and it's. Are you still doing pre-sales, or is it too late?
Pre-sales closed today, but it's $12 at the door, and kids under 12 are free. So, and then they'll have, I believe they're doing like aerial dancers for the halftime show.
Yeah, just Gotta Dance is going to be out there.
If you guys want to get tickets, you can always stop at Alien Inc., or if you have your favorite Derby girl on Facebook, hit her up. Okay,
well, yeah, you can save a couple bucks. And today's the last day for that, though. So, it's definitely it's worth $12 anyway, and it's for a great cause. It'll be a fun bout, and we'll see you guys. I'll be there. I'll be in the announce booth. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And with that, we're out of time. Again, Red Whipped and Bruised over at Rockpile Ice Arena. Doors open at 5. Bout starts at 6. Thanks, guys, for stopping in.
Thanks for having us.
We'll see you soon. Hey, no F-bombs this time. You did it.
I know.
I knew you could. Okay, we'll be right back. News Talk 1270 KIML.
We'll be right back after we pay some bills and cover Don's exorbitant salary. Thanks, Don. Don Carpenter on News Talk 1270 KIML. KIML.